All right, so we're in a trade right now. We took this 3-minute inversion, even though it's still yet to form. YM is just pushing up higher. ES is following up. About to make this inverse. I see the high up there getting met, and I see NQ following up. And I did blow a combine on right here. We took a long over here, and then eventually we got stopped out. So that was pretty much really it. The trade there, it just didn't work out. We did have a 15-minute confluence, so let's go over that real quick. So we had a 15-minute confluence forming this CRT right here, or yeah, it was this one right here. We had this one right here. This candle was pushing up higher. I saw, an inversion right here forming. I saw an inversion fair value gap there forming. I saw a market structure shift, and then eventually I saw the fair value gap right here form. The buys off of the retracement, and then eventually the market just dumped, hit my stop loss, and we took an L, and basically account just took a stab, got punished for it. I'm perfectly fine with that. Right now we're in this trade right here. My entries really haven't been the best, if I'm being truly honest. I understand that's perfectly fine, but if the narrative is correct, the entry really doesn't matter. I've been talking about this, your narrative, and like go to where you want price to go, and that's pretty much really it, bro. Like I really do see this being met. Again, we're risking heavy because again we're trying to pass these combines, and the first trade we took a stab, we failed. Cool, like, what are we gonna do? Make back the loss, and as simple as that, bro. Like continue following the model. We could have done something different, we could have waited for the confirmation. Here we have a 30-minute CRT forming. It looks nice. I was on the wrong market. It's on the wrong one. We have 30 CRT forming right here, 30-minute advanced CRT. We probably are forming for value gap. I see us reaching into the SIBI, breaking past it, moving higher. Again, I'm not moving the stop loss. Here is the trade idea. We did, I guess we have drawdown $2.80. And again, I'm just letting it run. Either going to hit a one-to-one or not, and that's pretty much really it. And I did buy 2 accounts on accident. So again, this is the thing about Top Step. So I bought an account. I didn't see it. I bought another one because I thought the first one was like a glitch, and then boom, I got another one. So yeah, we got 2 now. That's kind of why I'm like really letting this trade run, and if we lose, we lose. I'm not really trying to trip or anything like that. And if we win, close it, and then that's really it. Call it a day there, honestly, because the other trade was really good. I want to journal that one and then eventually journal this one. Just watching this one, I do see ES, reaching that high. YM has reached it. So I think ES eventually catches up. I don't know if we're gonna have SMT, but if we do have SMT here with ES and NQ, then eventually I'll start to eventually manage the position a little bit better. But once this reaches, past that, I think we continue to the upside. Once we make that inverse for ES, I'm not really trying to be too worried about NQ. I think NQ will catch up perfectly. Plus the TP is not even that far anyways. Let's go check it out. Yeah, the TP is what, like a couple of points away. Let's go right here. Let's see it hit real time. And again, we're not moving stops. I'm not even moving stops anymore, bro. I'm just letting it run, honestly. This is all the combine, and I don't want to have that type of mentality where like I'm afraid of a position. I don't want to be afraid of being wrong. I don't want to have that mentality where I'm scared. I'm afraid of the market. I'm afraid of the trade not playing out, because then that doesn't give us the probabilities. That doesn't give us the edge we want anymore, and we're relying on fear. We're relying on fear for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So it makes no sense to me. We're not letting the trade run while we're not letting it breathe. We're not, just letting it go. Honestly, who cares if we hit a loss? Like who cares? As long as you're trading your system, you're able to collect data, you have confidence, and that's the reason why you're taking the setup in the first place. It's because you have confidence and you believe in it. I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people, or the main reason why I was like really unsuccessful at first, or like the past couple of weeks, not holding trades and not running, not letting them run, is simply because we're moving the stops. We're having that scared mentality where, oh, this position can lose, or oh, this position can, hit us out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to have that type of mentality anymore. I want to let the trade run. If we hit for a loss, we hit for a loss. You know what I'm saying? Or if we hit for a win, we hit for a win. I don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I stopped really caring. I'm just letting the model run, letting the model trade play out for itself. And if we lose, we lose. If we get punished for it, we get punished for it, bro. If I did something wrong, I should have not traded it. And it's simple as that. I'm gonna move my stops right here though, to mitigate the loss, but we're not gonna go break even yet. ES is still yet to reach that high, and I don't want to. We have another fair value up here forming. Until ES reaches that high, which is pretty close, honestly, then eventually I'll start to cut the position here. YM is retracing though, so I kind of see why ES is retracing, but I do want to see NQ hold this fair value up, and if not, then this right here, this little rejection block, or this little area where we broke structure. I want to see that hold and push us up. I don't want to see us come all the way back down. Maybe the 30-minute we are bearish on the fair value up, so yeah, maybe we respect that right there. Yeah, we haven't even reached into a fair value gap though, so I really don't even see why we would have retraced. We are forming a 30-minute Sibi though, so maybe we can probably gonna use that to push us lower until then. Until this 30-minute candle closes, which is in 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes, 3 candles after this one to see if we want to move the stops break even or not. So yeah. Again, I do tend to get nervous when I'm risking this amount. Just like I really don't even try to focus. I close like the right side of my chart and I focus on the most important part of the trade. You know, the trade management, the trade itself, and that's really it. You know. So ES is getting closer, but it's not there yet. I do want to see it like break through with speed here. It's a 15-second. I like watching the seconds charts, even though I really don't trade it. I like watching it though. See what's going on over here. Why is it stalling? And what I've been watching, I've been studying the psychology videos. I've like realized we need to do breathing techniques. So we're getting edged. Look how close we're getting edged. A lot of people would move their stops right there. I'm just gonna let it run. We have a, like, what do we have here? This right here, we have an inversion for, see? Boom, perfect. Close the account. And that's it. We're gonna close the other one. Even though I'm probably won't trade this one. I should have been copy trading, but I didn't get this one till after. And that was pretty much really it. So boom, we're up in the account. Good trade. First one we took an L. And we have 2 accounts now. I'm probably going to continue trading the one that's up. Try to pass that one first and then pass the other one. Let's go over the trade here, I guess. Again, breathing techniques. Letting the trade run. Not moving the stops. Not trailing the stops. Not being afraid of taking an L, bro. Not being afraid. You know, trading the system. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Today was more of a bearish day. I didn't really try to catch, or I wasn't able to catch the lows or the market when it was moving lower. Let's start off on the daily here. On the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, we had a 4-hour buy side imbalance. ES also has a 4-hour buy side imbalance. YM also has it. YM is also forming 4-hour CRT there. On the 1-hour time frame, nothing really here on the 1 hour that caught my eye until the next candle open, which was at 11. That's kind of what caught the eye. You know, I saw the retracement coming in. Probably gonna form a sell side imbalance, and then we're gonna try to see which one gets respected, the buy side imbalance on the 4-hour or the sell side imbalance on the 1 hour. And then on the 30-minute time frame is where, even though we're not trading inside of the higher time frame PDRA, I just saw the market retracing into it. Like, because I can see the power 3 on this candle forming. How we're going to close, we're coming right back up for the close. The low is going to be forming, you know, where's the low going to form? And then of course YM also have an SMT there. The 15-minute time frame, we didn't have much on the 15, but we also can see we did form that 15-minute CRT there. It was completed. Same thing with this one, but I was really going off of the 30-minute one, because it went with the 3-minute. The 3-minute had an inversion for value gap there forming, and YM also had a 15-minute CRT forming with a 1-minute fair value gap, and that's kind of what caught my eye. I saw this get inverse. I was gonna enter, but then the market just went up, and I was like, yeah, it's too late. And then the market continued to go to the upside, and then this one started to follow up, and I was like, all right, if this one's leading the way, these are gonna catch up. Or if YM's following, YM's leading the way, ES and NQ are going to catch up. And then I realized here ES was a lot stronger than YM, or NQ. I mean, my initial trade was going to be on ES. Then I realized on ES we had to break our market structure. We had yet to get this inverse. And of course the high up here was probably going to get met. We were just having strong rejection. And then I entered on NQ. I entered up here. I thought this was going to get inverse. And then on the 1 minute, it looked really, really nice too, inversing this for value gap. And then I entered off of that. And I thought ES was going to lead the way since YM was pushing up. I thought, you know, ES was going to catch up, speed, direction. NQ was going to follow up once ES started to push. And that's kind of why I entered here. And that was really the confluence. We entered a little bit early. But again, we had that break your market structure here. Break your market structure. On ES, it looks a lot better. So we had the break your market structure for value up. Really going to get disrespected, pushed up higher, continue to the upside. Here, this trade wasn't bad either. This one right here wasn't bad. The one before, it wasn't bad. It was just a little bit too advanced and a little bit too early. That's kind of what we were looking for before, and we got it right here. Just a little quick, short, meaty move, 50 points. Not really worried much. And yeah, that was really it. The trade idea was nice. 3 minute time frame entered right there. It did hit us for a little bit of drawdown, but again, I realized we had a break in market structure. We had a fair value gap here form. We had the CRT in place. It was likely to be the third candle opening up, push down lower, then eventually continue to the upside. That's kind of what happened here at 11:15. You see as soon as 11:15 opened up, market came back down. Again, powered 3 on the 15-minute time from that third candle. It pushed up higher after that. And eventually it closed right here. That 30-minute time frame probably formed a SIBI. Probably going to retrace and then go up higher probably. The initial thought is if we maintain bullish order flow here, we're probably going to continue to the upside. And that was pretty much the trade idea here. Counts up. What can I say? What can I do? I can't really complain. Again, the other one, it wasn't bad either. So here's the trade idea on this one. Let's close this one. We entered two again. 63.70. I was chasing price. This is another thing about the entries. I'm chasing price, bro. So this was the entry on this one. Again, we're really chasing price. I won't lie. But again, the confluence here. Breaker market had the breaker market structures also on the 15-minute time frame. We had that CRT there forming the advance, but we just failed to realize, like the candle closure, the manipulation wasn't there. The order flow was still bearish, disrespected this, broke the lows, and eventually we caught the retracement here. So again, one thing I could have waited for was the third candle closure, or the second candle closure, honestly, to then trade the third one. That's kind of what I did wrong here. I was trying to trade the advanced version a little bit too soon, which is perfectly normal and fine. It just wasn't time for the market to move, using time elements again and waiting for that 1 hour candle to close. Again, the candle closed below and then it opened up, moved lower, and then it went up higher. Even though it wasn't much, I won't lie. You can see came down, closed, little wick, and then eventually this one opened up, created the wick. That's what we were trading, the manipulation. And then eventually the market is moving up higher here. That's really it, bro. I'm gonna call it a day here. This week has been a roller coaster. I copy trading Asia session, and then eventually today we blew another one off of this trade right here, which again I'm not really mad or disappointed by. And then we bought another one, but I don't want to continue doing this because again I'm draining my wallet. I won't lie, I'm draining my money. These probably be my last 2 accounts I buy, probably for the month. I won't lie to you. And then the other one I'll probably just trade it normally, just copy trade it, aim for low percentages, trade micros. I want to continue trading with this size and going, but I want to backtest more and really have more confidence in my trade, so we can fix the mistakes like we made today. I don't want to take stabs and then lose and then eventually come back for the second trade and be a winner. I want to just take one trade and win, call it a day there. I kind of broke my rules, one trade a day here. So yeah, but that's pretty much for the vid.